64 Tacos Podcasts presents Is This Song Good? This is episode 8. Lord Huron, Not Dead Yet.
All right, so for this week's version of Is This Song Good, we're doing a Lord Huron song called Not Dead Yet. I just heard this on the radio, a week or so before we were deciding what the next set of songs was going to be. And I kind of enjoyed it. It's one of the songs on the radio, which is hard to find good songs on the radio, but it's one of the songs on the radio that kind of caught my attention. So I was like, all right, well, it's a good excuse to sit and listen to it a bunch, and then also to get some other opinions on it. So that's why I went with it.
All right.
Yeah. When I first put this one on, I instantly liked it. I thought this is one of my favorite guitar tones that you hear quite a bit. It's the old 50s rockabilly surf rock guitar tone, which I absolutely adore. And it just kind of has that whole Elvis, maybe a little bit of Beach Boys feel to it the whole way through. And it is incredibly enjoyable. And then when I went into it a little further, I watched the video, and the video is actually really interesting too. I don't know if you guys got a chance to watch it.
I didn't.
I saw the video.
What's that? Zach didn't, and Dan, what did you?
I saw the video. The sort of like it's got that overlaid like rockabilly 50s type band kind of.
Yeah,
it's a cool video.
I don't know if it's like footage of Elvis or something, or what, or if it's just a guy with a big pompadour wig or something. And then they blur out the face the whole time, and it kind of transitions in and out between the actual band and then this 50s band. But I thought it was really neat.
I'm not sure. My impression was that it was just them, dressed up.
Okay.
And then they just sort of overlaid it, but I don't know. I didn't check on that or anything. But
yeah, I couldn't find any actual information about it.
Which definitely sort of fits in with like, because the whole 50s thing, the like at the end of the verses, Elvis-y thing. Yep. Yeah. It's a little bit weird.
So do you think the song is supposed to be kind of an homage to Elvis, or do you think it's actually about him, in his later years?
I think it's an homage. Like the whole Not Dead Yet kind of fits in with the whole, Elvis sightings decades after he died,
right.
And whether he's alive or not, he certainly can live on through their creating more music in his style. Whether I don't know much about Lord Huron and where they go with their music typically, but this definitely harkened back to the old 50s Elvis style, Buddy Holly style. Rock and roll, old school rock and roll.
My initial impression was that I didn't really like it at first. It felt boring to me, and I've never really been a huge fan of Elvis. I recognize that his music was important for a lot of people at that time, and is still pretty important for a lot of people, but just never really been a huge fan of it. But after I really dug in and I'm going to have to check out the music video now after you guys described it. But I really, I liked the kind of the old meeting the new. I love like you were saying, Dave, the guitar tone. But more than anything, I love the guitar solos. I think those are guitars. But it's like that really sustained kind of waily type of, reverberated waily type of thing, just kind of hanging out there in the background, swirling around. Yeah. I really like that part of it.
Back when reverb was the only effect that you had on a guitar,
Yeah, and it feels like they overlaid strings on top of it as the song continues to sort of supplement that sort of spaciness,
right.
You hear with that sort of rising line in the guitar, and then in the background there, just to add a little interest, because the song's just like an acoustic strummer kind of, and there's not a ton of changes. Although that said, I really like the chord change when they do that final little turnaround before the last chorus. I think it's the part where he says, "I've been out way too long, heading right for the edge. If she asks about me, tell her I'm not dead yet." And they sort of like go a little. It's like the C, part, or like the bridge right before they circle back. I when I was first listening to it, I wasn't sure how they were going to get back around to the main riff. I just kind of liked the way they did it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like complicated, but it was just slightly different and surprising, the chord choices they made there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys remember the or go ahead, Zach. I'm gonna go off on a tangent. So if you got something.
Well, I was just gonna say that the lyrics didn't really make an impression on me while I was listening to it, but then when I went and read them while out at the same time as listening to it, I was like, oh, this is kind of depressing. But I like it as a kind of a juxtaposition with the peppiness of the music has this kind of fun, like you say, like Beach Boys kind of summertime type of vibe, and then the lyrics are kind of like this person is sort of having a little bit of trouble with life.
Yeah.
And I thought that was cool. I mean, that was part of what helped it kind of turn around, was like I sort of got a different type of appreciation from it. On the surface, it really didn't slap me across the face like I'm sort of usually looking for in a song. I want to be slapped, and then I go back and sort of get to know it a little bit. But with this, I had to put a little bit more work into it, and after that, I feel like I got something cool out of it.
Yeah. What I was gonna say was it reminded me of the happiness and lightheartedness of the SNL skit where it's Horatio Sands, Jimmy Fallon, Chris Kattan, and Morgan or Tracy Morgan, Jordan.
The little Tracy Morgan. Jordan is on 30 Rock.
Yes. I never remember which one is his actual name.
It's confusing
because I've never
the little holiday one with the keyboard.
Yes, they're just jamming like they're in a little like they're in a snow globe or something, and they're just rocking out with the keyboard, and I don't remember what Horatio Sands is playing, but it's a little stringed instrument.
Ukulele,
it's just
right?
I don't think it's a ukulele.
It's actually a Martin backpacker guitar.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. It's one of those tiny ones that has like a lot of resonation in the chamber, but it's really small, so you can take it.
It just has this lighthearted musical feel to it that just kind of meanders around for a little bit and comes back around to where it started and then goes around again. It's just really enjoyable to listen to. But then, like Zach, like you said, then the lyrics here they're dark. So it brings a whole different aspect to it.
They're dark.
I thought it was a really neat song.
They're dark, but there's a little, like, not dead yet, right? There's a little bit of
there's
hope.
Hope.
Yep. And I think that what really sort of sells that is the like Elvis.
Yes, exactly.
He's like, nope, I'm not. Nope, I'm still here. I'm not dead yet. I agree with what you said. It's one of those songs where it sounds a bit too simple to have any staying power, but the more I hear it, the more I'm like, no, I'm still like glad when it comes on the radio and I turn up a little bit, and so I just kind of in like the sort of mood it creates. And I don't know, maybe you would know this, Dave, but Zach, I also found myself always thinking it's that Arcade Fire song on Neon Bible, Antichrist Television Blues, I think it is.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
I think so. Yeah. I haven't listened to that album nearly as much as, but yeah, I think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, check it out, because I feel like it's the exact same guitar chords. I don't know. Like, I always think, oh, they're playing that song on the radio. Nope. That's right. This is Lord Huron.
Yeah.
That always gets me. But no, it's had pretty good staying power for me. But yeah, it's I don't know. Yeah, it seems like a really simple little song, but because of the juxtaposition of the darkness, and also the sort of juxtaposition of the sort of indie folk with like that sort of Elvis-y, Buddy Holly, Beach Boys type, 50s sound. I think that's what maybe makes it hold its interest for me as well.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do we want to vote?
Yep.
All right. Well, I already said this right at the get-go, but it's a yes. To me, this is a good song.
Yep, I concur. I vote
Yep.
yes.
Yeah, that'll be 3 yeses, and I like it too.
Yeah. All right. Then Zach, why don't you introduce our next week's song?
Coming up next week is a song called Buttercup by a guy named Jack Stauber.
Excellent.
I caught it on audio